Hi, it's Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm going to get ready for the day and I'm going to use as many new products as I can. I recently tried this. This is the Ritual Defee 3-Drop Weightless Serum Foundation. I have been liking the way that it looks on the skin at the end of the day, but the shade that I have in 110 is definitely too light for me, especially in summertime. So I'm just going to put 3 drops on my palette and I'm going to mix it with this. This I know is way too dark. This is number 23 of the Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream. I'm going to give myself just the smallest amount because if you look at the shade difference between these two, this one is definitely too dark. So I'm hoping together they make a good combo. I have been mixing this with other foundations that are too dark for me. Most of my foundations are not a perfect match, which is such a bummer. They'll either be too light or too dark, or the next shade, in the direction I need it to be. If it's too light, the next shade darker is the wrong undertone and too dark. I feel like for all the inclusivity in shade ranges, it's still really hard to find the perfect foundation match. And I think that if that's true for me, it's probably true for a lot of people, where I kind of miss, and I don't know if you remember this. This will definitely age me. There used to be a brand called Prescriptives where they would match your powder and foundation and mix it at the counter to be a perfect match for your skin. And I think that that is probably the best foundation match I have ever had in my life. And I forget about those moments until moments like this when I'm kind of concocting my own, crossing my fingers, going, well, I hope it looks okay. I feel like I might have needed still just a little bit more of the Misha. It's still just a hair pale, but it's not too bad. I'm just putting on a little color corrector. I should have done this first. But I have been liking the coverage of the 3-Drop Weightless Serum Foundation from Ritual Defee. I feel like it gives a really good level of coverage. I just wish they had more shades. I feel like the shade 110 might be better for me, but since I bought this directly from the brand, there's no way to exchange or return this product. So I'm just gonna, make it work at this point. I have been back into this and the label has worn off because I have used it so much. This is the Radiant Concealer from Estee Lauder, the Double Wear Radiant, and this is in the lightest shade in 0.5N. I purchased so much stuff at the tail end of June and the beginning of July. I had a bin that was literally full. I made purchases from Make during their 4th of July sale. I purchased some Korean lip products. I made a purchase from Ulta when they were having a sale. I just realized, I made a recent Ritual Defee purchase. Like I have stuff just kind of piling up. And I was finally like, you know what? Let's just sit down and use all the things I haven't yet used on my face and see what our thoughts are. For brows today, I'm going to use the new Dominique Cosmetics brow products. I really have been loving this brow frame. All right, so I have this shade, I think it's neutral brown. So my favorite thing to do is just to start by laying, it's one of those that has a flat edge. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it for you here as well as the description box down below. But my try-on video using these new products, I was really impressed. So it has like a flat edge where you can lay down and kind of fill in large swaths of your brow. And then you can turn it on its side and use this to create little hair-like strokes and fill in a fine way. And I have really been liking this. It has made pretty quick work of my eyebrows. And then I'm going to use the clear brow gel from Dominique Cosmetics. This is called the Brow Blowout. And I'm going to use this just to kind of set my hairs in place for today. For eyes today, I'm going to use a duo from Make. This is one of their new products. This is their new eye stylo. This is basically a, oops, there we go. Oh, that's sad. Like the product ended up all in the cap. But it's basically like an eye crayon. Let me swatch it on the back of my hand. This is the shade Shore. It's kind of like a cool leaning beigey light color. I'm kind of excited about this. And my understanding is once it's, well, it's still creamy, you can blend it out, but once it sets, it sets. So I like that. And I have really kind of been leaning on products like for the crease or across the lid. They're really easy. And then a little bit of sparkle on top. I think that's going to be great. I also picked up, this is funny, this is my third Continuum eyeliner. I really love this brand's eyeliner. This is the shade Nebula. This is a deep brown shade. You know me in a brown eyeliner. So there you go. This is what I'm using on my eyes today. The other thing is, you might have noticed, is that this is refillable. I feel like this packaging here though is really lightweight because a lot of the other refillable packaging from Make is really sturdy. I'm gonna start by swiping some of this on the eye. And then just blending it with my finger. Oh, it's very creamy. I almost feel like I need a deeper shade than this just to like add a little depth. But this might be great just as a close to my skin tone, slightly cooler primer, or just as an all matte look where I'm doing a more graphic liner. I like how easily it blended. I feel like this went on really quickly. I feel like this is one of those products that if you find the shade that you like just for a little definition or a little bit of shadow in your crease, this would be really easy. Or if you want just like one shade overall like this, I feel like this is a really great shade for just that for me. I'm gonna put some of this eyeliner on. I can't remember the last time I had multiple shades of the same liner formula. I'm thinking about what I have right now. I have two from Beauty Pie. I do like the Beauty Pie, what is it called? Their Pro Gel Longwear eyeliner. That's actually really nice. I bought multiples, you know, forever have on hand the one from, it's the liquid liner from M Cosmetics, the illustrative liner, but I only have it in brown. I was thinking about other pencil liners that are, or gel formula liners that I liked so much I got a second shade of. This is the only one. I have 3 of these, and then the 2 from Beauty Pie. I'm gonna try on a cheek product that I've had here sitting on my desk for a while and I just haven't gotten around to using. This is from Make. This is their Heat Stroke Dewy Gel Tint, and look at this. This is the shade Swelter. Ooh. I don't know how best, if I should like, that's so pretty. Part of me is wondering if I should use a brush. Let's do that. Just pick some up on the brush, off on the back of my hand so I don't have too much, and then to the cheek with this. And I'm purposefully not putting on any bronzer today. Maybe this needs fingers. I really like the way this looks on the cheek, but the problem I'm having right now is I look like I have like a reverse raccoon going on, where my under eyes are significant, and the color coming up so high just kind of makes it look like really stark. So I'm gonna see if I can tone down the edge just a little bit. I picked up this highlight from Beauty Pie. This is their Pro Glow Perfect Highlighting Stick. This is a new product they have out. And I think that maybe if I just put this like right here and blend this out, this might help kind of tone down that transition. And if not, I can always add a little bit of powder there. Yeah, it's not really working. I'm just going to take the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Setting Powder, and I'm going to use the lightest shade in number 1. This was always too deep for my under eyes. It always ended up making my under eyes kind of oxidize a slightly deeper color. So when they came out with a white version of this powder, I was like, yes, that's for me. And I feel like it does better underneath the eyes for setting. But if I do this here, I might be able to tone down that transition between like my under eyes and my blush. I think I really like this color. I just had bad placement when I put it on. I always end up struggling with placement for blush. You'd think that after 30 some odd years of wearing makeup, I would have figured it out, but no, not really. Blush and mascara are always still like the wild cards in my application. Mascara, am I gonna get it on my lid? Am I gonna get it in my eye and blink and then get mascara everywhere? And blush, sometimes placement is perfect, and sometimes a lighter shade, when it's not perfect, you really can't tell. But with a bolder blush like this, I really feel like I gotta get it just right or I look a little clowny. All right, let's start talking lip products. I'm gonna start out with the redesigned e.l.f. lip scrub. I have the one in coffee. I never really loved these e.l.f. exfoliating lipsticks because They came in bullet form and they had the traditional lipstick packaging. This is in like a slimline tube. And I feel like it does a really good job of not breaking off. I would get one of the brown sugar ones, and as I was rubbing it over my lips, the bullet would snap off at the bottom because it was a really stiff formula. And add to that, there was room for it to wiggle back and forth. So the fact that they put it in this slimline packaging so you roll up just a little bit and exfoliate, I feel like it's perfect. And for the price, I think it's like what, $4 or $5. I think it's great. And it does really smell like coffee. The other thing I picked up was their new Squeeze Me lip balm. This is in the grape. This is so tiny. I feel like this is itty bitty. I remember when these came out in packaging that was similar to Glossier's balm.com packaging, like the old one. They were so stiff. I could not get it out. I really wanted to love it, but I couldn't because it was like so much effort. And this, as you squeeze, it just comes out super easy. Okay, I like this. I like this. I don't know what it feels like long term or how it lasts, so I will have to get back to you. At this point, I'm just gonna take it off and put on and take off all the rest of the lip products and see what I settle on for today, because I've got a lot of stuff here that is just kind of new and just like been staring at me. I've seen a lot of people talking about these. These are from Hard Candy. These are the Glosstopia Lip Repair Oil. This one is in Peach Dreams. I don't know if it smells like peach. Let's see. Yeah, it does. Oh, I kind of like that. I hope it actually... Okay, this is definitely less of a lip gloss and more of a lip oil feel. I got some accident, because it's, okay, it's a thinner product. It's not like I'm trying to eat it, but I got a little bit of it close to right here, and some of it got in my mouth. It has a little bit of a chemical-y taste to it. It has a nice slippy lip oil feel to it. I feel like there are some products that call themselves like a lip oil and they're more of a gloss. And this is definitely on the oil side of things. It's a little bit thinner, a little bit slippier, not quite so cush and plush like a gloss would be. But I have really been loving lip oils recently, a lot, or really cushy lip glosses. This one's interesting. I feel like as I was looking at all of the shades at Walmart, there are like varying different shades, but they're so similar. I feel like they would all end up looking clear on the lips. So either, you know, go for the one color or scent that you like the most. You probably wouldn't need all of these. I'll have to get back to you and let you know whether this is like doing it for me. I'm a little bit concerned about the flavor of the lip oil. That's the problem I had with this. This is the LA Girl Lip Oil Nourishing Gloss. This is definitely more on the oil side of things. This one here is in Sheer Watermelon, and I really liked the way that it looked on the lips. It smells like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. And let me put it on for you. The problem I had, because this is one, when it came, I was like, oh, I want to try this. And I threw it on, and I was editing at my desk, and I was drinking a beverage. And it just happened again. A little bit, because it's so thin. As I do this, inevitably some of it gets either on my teeth or my tongue, and I can taste it. This ends up tasting like soap. I was there and I kept drinking this beverage, and I was like, why does this taste like soap? Did somebody not rinse all of my kids' two dishes? And I was about to yell at my kids, did you not rinse all the dish, soap out of the, and it wasn't that. Because after that I had a snack with me and I was eating that, and even that tasted like soap. And I realized as I was putting the straw into my mouth, or as I was putting the snack into my mouth, it was catching some of this, and I was tasting the lip oil. Oh, it's such a bummer because it smells nice. It is, an artificial watermelon smell, but it's not the end of the world. And I like how it looks on the lips, and I like how it felt on the lips. I just cannot abide feeling like I have soap in my mouth. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna take this off. This is a product I have been really curious to try. I've never tried anything from Kiko Milano, but this is one of their jelly stilos. And I had somebody mention how much they liked these in the comment section. Ooh. That's pretty. I was expecting it to be a little sheerer, and it's not that it's not sheer. It feels more like a cream lipstick. This is the shade 509. It's a little darker than I'm wanting to wear today. I have really been in a mood for a really sheer lip. but this is glossy, it is shiny. I feel like this is one of those, I probably like the look of it in about an hour when it's not quite this like freshly applied. I love a gloss and stick form, and that's kind of what I hope this is. This is the Lip Melt Softens and Plumps Lips from Hard Candy, the Instapout, another one of those that once you advance it, you cannot roll it down. And this, by the way, is in the shade My Type. Oh, wow. Not really smelling anything. So this definitely feels like one of those really easy, like hardly wearing anything on the lips sort of product. It kind of reminds me of the Wet n Wild Rose Comforting Lip Colors, where they're sheer, where they're glossy. This is actually really interesting to me, but I really like this packaging a lot more than the Wet n Wild. It's a little bit more expensive. So I have 3 of these. These are a Korean lip product from the brand Romand. And these are the Glasting Melting Balms. I've seen these on Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts where people like trying a bunch of these, and they look like exactly the sort of lip product similar to this that I really, really like. Kind of a glowy, glossy, comforting, just a hint of color, not too much. I have 3 of them, so let's see which one we're gonna end up wearing today. This first shade is called Nougat Sand. I feel like this is just a little bit more tenacious, meaning, okay, this is gonna sound bad, but it's not. It sticks a little bit better to the lips. The one from Hard Candy, the Instapout, was a little bit softer, and I feel like because it is softer, it might melt and kind of go out into my lip lines. This one, I feel like, although it is glossy, it's not nearly as soft. Oh, it feels really good on the lips. I feel like this is one I could just keep applying and applying. I really like the way this feels. I'm curious to see what it wears like. This is a fairly heavy swatch of Nougat Sand. Okay, 2 more. This is the shade Kaya Fig. These feel incredible. This is Kaya Fig. I feel like this is one of those shades that I feel like almost anybody could wear, where it might, if your skin's a little richer, it might pull a little bit more neutral. But on me, it's just like the right shade of my lips, but better. And they feel really soft and cushy. The one from Hard Candy feels a little bit more thin and sheer. Oh, but these feel amazing. These feel like a high-end lip balm. Love. The last one I have is in the shade Hippie Berry. I was hoping to get kind of like a red, a nude, and kind of like a mauve tone. Oh, be still my heart. Oh, hello. I love this. I love the way this looks. Let me get a swatch of this for you. I was just looking at myself going, this is so good. All right, so here is Hippie Berry. This is Kaya Fig, Nougat Sand, My Type from Hard Candy. And this one here is the Kiko Milano Lip Stilo in 509. But they're all very similar, you know, kind of like a sheer. I feel like this one has the most look of a lipstick. This one here is the only one that if you advance it, you can't roll it down. The rest of these, you can roll up and down because they are in kind of slimline but traditional lipstick packaging, which I prefer. I like having one of these formulas that is soft and comforting on the lips. Oh, they're just so good. Now, the other thing that I have been absolutely head over heels for is this. And you can see I've been in it. This is the Clarins lip oil. Now, I know this is one of those that everybody talks about how good it is. I finally picked one up, and I picked up the shade Chocolate. I can't stop wearing it. I went to dinner with friends last night, and this was the only thing I had on, and it looked so pretty on the lips. This is what it looks like right here. I feel like there's something a little bit different to this doe foot. I feel like a lot of brands have doe foots like this. I know there is the fat, the fat oil lip drip from NYX. It has a very similar shaped doe foot, but I've noticed that there's a difference because even though it has this kind of fat and chunky doe foot here, the one from NYX is really stiff. I feel like the velvet is a little scratchier, and I didn't notice it until I used this one. And the doe foot on here just, Oh my goodness, it's just so stunning. You know, let me take it off and put it on for you so you can see it. The one thing that I like about this is that I feel like the doe foot actually bends, where the other ones that I have that are thicker like this are a little bit more rigid. And I feel like the velvet on this doe foot is super soft. It almost feels like a cat's paw, like a really, I don't know, that seems weird, but it seems like really soft. It doesn't really seem like the rest of the applicators that I have, because this one is really hard and rigid. This one has a similar shaped applicator and I hadn't really thought about it until right now. No, this one's really hard too. It doesn't have any flexibility, because the other one, the one from Clarins, if you press here, it bends backwards, and this one is really, really, really rigid. I feel like the difference here is that even though it is kind of like a high-end product and it's just a lip oil, I feel like this lip oil is very different than a lot of other drugstore lip oils. Not just in packaging, because I can lay it like this and I don't have oil leaking out. I can take it in safely in my pocket, in my purse, and not worry about that. Beyond that, the applicator is a very different experience. It feels really soft and fluffy and kind of like almost contours to my lips. And then the shade, I didn't think that this brown shade would be, it's stunning. It's stunning. I feel like out of all of the new lip products that I have been like buying recently, this is the one that's like going with me everywhere. This has kind of been like the smash hit so far. And as you can see, it's really easy to wear and it makes my lips feel delicious. I feel like out of all of these Romand Lasting Melting Balms are a hit. I think I have some really good potential with this from Hard Candy. I don't know yet. I feel like I have to want to wear this shade, because with what I had on today, it felt like it was a little too much. But totally in love with this lip oil from Clarins. And I'll have to get back to you on this, but I know for sure this is not for me. I told you I need to stop buying lip products. I've been buying too many lip products and I have more coming this week. I got the new Lisa Eldridge, not all of them, but the Velveteen Lips, which are her liquid lipsticks. I got 2 shades to try. And I'm just like, stop with the lip products, but it's kind of, you know, my weakness. Thank you so much for watching today. Let me know if you've tried like this product from Make, or if you like their eyeliner, and if you have a favorite pencil liner, what is it? Which is the one that you have in multiple shades? What sort of lip products are you craving right now? I want glossy things that are comfortable, that don't taste bad, and that just make my lips feel like juicy and delicious. That's kind of a lot of what I've been purchasing recently. Let me know what your favorites are right now. Thank you so much for watching. Have an incredible day, and I'll see you again soon.